Hey guys, hope you're all well. Welcome back to Let's Be Franklin. Today I'm going to bring you something a little bit special. I'm going to be doing, as you can probably guess by the title of this video, the Skinny Blueberry Muffin. I'm currently doing the 5-2 diet. So you fast for 2 days and then you eat relatively normally but still healthily on the 5 other days. Now this makes the perfect breakfast for any of those days really. It's got wholemeal flour in, so it's going to be a slow burn energy for you. And I just really rate it. So the main reason I came up with this idea was because as a barista working at Starbucks, I am constantly surrounded by the temptation of our very high calorie pastry case, including the Skinny Blueberry Muffin. So the Skinny Blueberry Muffin at Starbucks is, in my opinion, a little bit deceiving. It's actually carrying 312 calories. So my blueberry muffin recipe makes 12 and they are at 144 calories per muffin. That's less than half of the Starbucks version. So this Skinny Blueberry Muffin is becoming a staple in my diet. It satisfies my sweet tooth, gives me loads of energy for the day, and is a really low calorie alternative. And I'm really happy with the recipe, so without further ado, let's get on to the ingredients. Alright guys, so the ingredients you're going to need for this recipe are 125 grams self-raising flour, 125 grams wholemeal flour, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 50 grams of light margarine spread or butter, I'm using Lurpat Lighter, 75 grams of caster sugar, 120 grams of fresh blueberries, 2 small to medium sized eggs, 235 ml of skimmed milk, a sprinkle of whole grain porridge oats, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. I'll pop all these ingredients into the description box so you can check back. First off, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 180 degrees C or 160 fan, which is gas mark 4. Now I've only got a 6-hole one, so I'm going to have to do 2 batches. But I'm just going to pop these cute little heart wrappers in there. We're going to move on to the actual baking. So you want to get a big old bowl like this one and a sieve, and you're just going to sieve those flours into the bowl. And the wholemeal one. So you're going to have these husks once you've sieved your wholemeal. Now these are part of what make it really good for you, so you don't want to get rid of them. So once you've got your sieved flour in there, you do just still want to tip those in. Next I'm going to add my baking powder and my cinnamon. I'm just going to sieve those in as well. Okay, so once you've got those dry ingredients in there, just give them a little mix with your fingers, and then the next thing you want to do is add your butter or margarine, and you're going to rub that in. You just want to use the very tips of your fingers to gently pick up and rub the flour and butter together. So the consistency you're looking for here is kind of that breadcrumb texture that you get when you rub flour and butter together. I think this is usually for when you make biscuits. Today it's for muffins. You can see there that that's that breadcrumb texture that we're looking for. Once we've got that breadcrumb texture, we're just going to stir in the sugar and the blueberries, which are in this really cute little heart. Just going to take a whisk and stir those in. Ooh, door! Just got a new press package! Yay! We've combined the flours, the sugar, the butter, and the all-important blueberries. Oh, they're really soft and squishy. Right, now we're going to move on to our wet ingredients. So we need a nice new bowl, and we're going to pop in the 2 eggs. Oh, eggs freak me out, man. Do not appreciate them. We're going to pop in the vanilla. All the way in. The lemon juice. And the milk. and we just want to give those a whisk up. And finally, we just want to combine the wet and the dry ingredients. You want to do this super carefully, you don't want to over mix anything. So I'll just pour that in there and really gently combine them. Alright, so you can just see that it's quite a wet batter. It looks a little bit lumpy, but that's the wholemeal flour that's in there, and obviously the blueberries. So that's all ready to spoon into our muffin cases and get baking. Get a spoon. Don't have a spoon. So I do about 2 spoonfuls into each one. One's generally more heavy in blueberry than the other one. So you can kind of balance that out however you wish, because you don't want to end up at the end with like a blueberryless muffin. That would be really sad. So muffins all ready. Last thing you want to do is just sprinkle them with a little bit of porridge oats. I picked this up from the ones that are in Starbucks. They do have a little bit of oatiness on the top, which I think is why they think they can call them skinny. But it just adds a really nice like difference in texture to them. I'm just going to pop them in for 20 to 25 minutes depending on your oven, and we'll see what they look like when they come out. Batch number 2 going in. I forgot to sprinkle porridge oats on them. Quick emergency dash to the oven. Oh, that's a bit hot. Oh, I've got porridge everywhere. This is a disaster. Fine, it's fine. I can pull this back. I can pull this back. Right, we are actually putting batch 2 into bake now. So guys, these are the finished muffins. I hope you enjoy them as much as I will. Don't forget to tag me on Twitter or Instagram if you have a go at making these. I'm going to hang out with one of these bad boys, a brew, and my best pal Netflix. See you next time!